So today is Walpurgisnacht. I posted a video last year about it, which gives a little bit more of a historical aspect to it. But I just wanted to talk briefly about today and tomorrow and the days. I don't want to go too much of a deep dive. I'm not a historian or an expert, but I'm just someone who is quite interested in it. So Walpurgisnacht is today, which is also known as Beltane, which is celebrated tomorrow in the pagan calendar. Beltane, Beltane, there are lots of different names for it, but we can call it Beltane, or in the more modern name, May Day. This is a public holiday in Germany tomorrow. In the UK, the public holiday is next Monday, or is a Hollow Monday. Maypoles are put up every couple of years. They put up a new one in most places so the wood doesn't rot. And it's always a big, big celebration of a Bavarian tradition with people dancing around the maypole. This is also a very ancient pagan tradition in the UK where people danced around maypole. Tanzen in den Mai is a German thing, and you dance in the UK as well. The girls with ribbons, and you have Morris dancers. There's a very traditionally May Day celebration. And this all stems from the ancient fire festival, which is what it is, in parallel to the... Excuse me, I've been really sick this week. In parallel to the Southern Hemisphere, where they're celebrating Samhain, or Halloween equivalent, in the same day. They're 6 months apart. And when we celebrate Samhain, Halloween, they celebrate Beltane, because it's obviously opposite. And the ancient tradition is that for the Northern Hemisphere, we are now entering summer. This is the official start of summer, the 1st of May. And quite often, the young folk, back then, they would go off into the woods. And bluebells abound in many, many forests and woods in the UK at this time. Bluebells are obviously traditionally linked with fairies and fairy folk, fair folk, the good folk. And where you find bluebell woods is where you find many fairies. So you must be careful not to fall asleep in a wood surrounded by bluebells, because you will be taken off to the fairy realm or something else will happen. But young folk used to go, I say, probably teens, used to go into the forests, and they would collect flowers and twigs and make crowns, make flower crowns. Not as much as for the summer solstice, but they'll still make them, or they decorate the altars, decorate something, decorate the houses, make wreaths for the front door. And they would also come back a little bit ruffled. So this was the time also for fertility. Beltane is a fire festival and also a fertility festival. So this is when many girls would end up getting pregnant around this time of year. And weddings were also celebrated a lot. 1st of May was traditionally the day you'd get married. And then you would have honey for the whole month of May of your first month, hence called the honeymoon, because it was for a moon cycle. And interestingly enough, it's also a full moon tomorrow, which is great. So it's kind of nice. It's got a fire festival, Beltane. It's a full moon. It's a holiday. It's a Friday, so we get a long weekend. And it's wild. The weather's a bit wild. It's warm and sunny, but also wild and windy. So it feels quite otherworldly. Now, some things you can do on Beltane. So tonight, Walpurgisnacht, I covered that. I'll link that video down below. What traditionally used to happen. And tomorrow, what young maidens used to do, and I try and do this. I get my daughter to join in, but she's not really up for it. Is you get up early and you get the first dew from the grass on your hands, and you wash your face with the dew, and that will keep you looking young and healthy and beautiful for much longer. So try it tomorrow. I normally do it. I need it this week after feeling so rough and tired and just, I know I'm looking quite not great, but let's see what the magic of the morning dew will do to my skin tomorrow. And also, obviously tomorrow you can light a giant bonfire, you can light a fire pit if you have one, or even just a candle. You can have little rituals where you do divination, if you have tarot cards or anything else, whatever, however you divine. I don't do it as much as I'd like to. I mean, I would consider myself a pagan, but I'm not very good at celebrating. I like to celebrate in little things. I think often, if there's a festival, I'll light a candle, I'll maybe do some journaling, or I'll write in my little journal, a gratitude journal, and that's enough, sometimes that's enough. That's all. Just need to acknowledge it. It's also a time for clearing out spaces. which quite a lot of these festivals seem to be. So at the end of winter, you're officially welcoming the summer and we're officially welcoming the sun back into our lives. It's the beginning of the warmer part of the year. It's the beginning of the farming season. Most things have been planted already. I've got my seedlings I need to put in the ground, but I do need to wait for the last frost to pass, which will be in a couple of weeks. And so this is seen as the beginning of the warmer part of the year, but it's that exciting springtime where you haven't had all this heat for months on end. August can be quite a lazy, exhausting month where you've just endured heat for 2-3 months sometimes, and you're looking forward to the cooler weather. But actually we've had winter and we've had quite a cool spring, and I actually really am looking forward to just a nice summer, a nice warmer weather. Just be able to sit outside. Sitting out here on the terrace is so lovely. I tidied it up last weekend so we can sit back out here. Got my grandmother's tablecloth out that she used to use. I love it. I've got some little daisies that my little boy and husband picked, so they're doing really well. And we have dandelions, so I'm going to make dandelion cupcakes this weekend, which are really nice, little lemony fresh dandelion from the petals and the dandelions. And just generally enjoy being outdoors and enjoy this time of year. And also, as I said, it's associated with the good folk, the fairies. It's seen as a liminal time of year, just like Halloween or Samhain is seen as a thinning of the veil, a very thin time. This is, as it's essentially the same but flipped opposite. It is a time of fairies. Because it's summertime, we associate it more with fairies rather than with ghosts and the dead walking the earth or whatever people think Halloween is about. But you can convene mostly more with those who have passed maybe, or you can see the liminal spaces more, which is where, let's say, the creatures, the fairies, and whatever you want to call them, I'm not going to categorise it now, but they live in a liminal space in our world. So amongst us, but we don't see them, they don't necessarily see us. It's like we share the same physical space, but we don't share the same spiritual space. And sometimes we do, sometimes it sort of blends a bit, and some people see it more than others. And this time of year it's thinner, and there are moments where they might crack or split something. It's the thinning of the veil is what it's called. So the veil can also just slip a bit. So this is a time to leave out gifts for the fairies if you'd like to do that. I'm never quite sure about that. I don't really want to invite them into my home, but I also don't want to upset them, because they can be quite mischievous this time of year. It's almost like they're coming out of their winter slumber as well, and they're awake and excited and they want to cause mischief. And this is also where the mischief from tonight, the 30th of April, can be taken into 1st of May. Is it caused by youngsters going around causing havoc? Is it caused by fairies causing havoc? Who knows? I'm sure all explanations have reason behind them. So just be mindful of what you say when you speak of the good folk, and if you wish to, you can leave out some milk and some honey. So yeah, I just wanted to have a little quick chat about that. Not too deep, but quite an exciting day. I love Beltane. Somehow it feels like the beginning of summer, because it is. It's warmth, it's always a holiday, and we get to spend the time at home, and it's just lovely. And we currently have the Frühlingsfest on here, which is a mini Oktoberfest, also interestingly flipped, same time of year, right? Oktoberfest is always around, Halloween is always on Oktoberfest anyway, it's always running, so this is always around the same time as well. Okay, enjoy Walpurgisnacht tonight, however you celebrate. Enjoy tomorrow, Beltane, May Day, whatever you do, and let me know in the comments if you celebrate it or how you're going to. Cheerio.